The president of the EFF and Shivambu touched a white person at the funeral of Mama Madikizela, Winnie Mandela. And then they are prosecuted for more than 3-4 years now. The Secretary General touches a white person in Parliament. He is still under prosecution now. Myself, one other day, I touched a white person slightly. I was prosecuted for 4 years just to touch a white person. But you have got a sitting president who has got unexplained millions, actually billions in his farms, who has violated all the laws, who has engaged in gangsterism of using the power of the state to chase people around, even to the point of going to Namibia. A police case has been opened, but he is not being prosecuted. So we've got a lawless president who is vandalizing the laws, everything. We've got a government that sells a South African Airways for 57 rands. There's not a single part in an aeroplane which you can buy for 57 rand. Nothing. Not even the seat cover. But a criminal president is disregarding the laws of this country. Fighters, we will be talking very soon as to what is to be done, because Ramaphosa cannot remain in office. He's a criminal. We can never allow Ramaphosa to remain in office. He is a thug. He's a swindler. He's a trickster. And we can't be led by trickster swindlers who have got no respect of laws of this country. Why should all of us be subjected to these laws of this country if a criminal president is not being held accountable? Who must respect the laws of this country if a thug is in office and goes on as things are just normal? We must never be a generation that is afraid and scared of those who are in office. Whoever can say what, it is us, the EFF, who removed Jacob Zuma from power when he had sold this country to the Guptas. He was faced directly with the motion of no confidence, a bullet of the EFF when he had to jump and fall on his own sword. We can assure you, fighters, that if we work in a disciplined, dedicated, fearless, and militant way, we are not going to finish 2022 with Cyril Ramaphosa in office. And we at the EFF, we have to fight for that, because even the little state capacity which exists now, he is destroying. He is destroying bit by bit. He sold SAA. He is destroying ESCOM. He is going to destroy Transnet. He has destroyed Denel. He has destroyed everything. The ANC will be going to its policy conference now, this weekend. And in December, they are going to their own conference. So on the 2nd of July, 2013, before we went to the National Assembly on what is to be done, we asked society 3 questions. I'm going to conclude now. We asked society 3 questions. The first question was, do we fight for economic freedom within the ANC or within the Congress movement? The second question was whether we must just form an NGO that must fight for economic freedom but without contesting for political power. And then the third question was whether we must form a revolutionary political movement. I want to talk about the first option because there are people who call themselves economic freedom fighters in the Congress movement who came to us and said, please don't take the option of forming a political party. We are going to fight for economic freedom within the Congress movement. And these people, some of them are leading the ANC now. They include the current chairperson of the ANC in the Eastern Cape, Oscar Mabuyan. They include the current chairperson of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, Siboniso Duma, whom we led when we were in the ANC Youth League. They include Bekim Tolo. They include Andile Lungisa, all those people. They include Kinetse Mosonogi. They include Lebuhang Maile, Jacob Cow, all of those people whom we led when we were in the ANC Youth League. All of them said that they are going to fight for economic freedom in our lifetime. We know that they are part of people who are part of our generation there who have already defined themselves outside of the struggles of economic freedom in our lifetime, the Brunum Tolos of our time. But the ones who are there who said that they are going to fight in the Congress movement for the nationalization of mines, for the creation of state bank, for the expropriation of land without compensation. Let us see if they were joining to that cause. But one thing that we know is that the ANC is not a vehicle for economic emancipation. The ANC is not a fighting instrument to liberate our people. Whatever can happen, there is no one who is going to make the ANC a revolutionary organization. The only revolutionary, militant, dependable organization that will fight for the total emancipation of our people is the economic freedom fighters. That is why we must protect this organization with everything. That is why we must not be easy to be mobilized into factions when you're going to your provincial people's assemblies. When people call you into secret meetings, you must ask a question: how are our people going to benefit from this meeting, which is talking about individuals? All the time, we must not be self-seeking. There was an era in the history of the EFF where we had people who characterized correctly as staff riders. People who just climbed not knowing what is the real generational mission. I'm believing now that we've got committed soldiers and ground forces of the EFF. And that can only be proven by discipline, by dedication, by complying to the Constitution, to the guidelines of this movement.